All right, solving a tax rate or interest rate problem using a system of equations. The first thing that we need is look for anything highlighted in the problem, but we're going to really read the problem. So last year, Jose had $30,000 to invest. He invested some of it in an account that paid 5% simple interest per year, and he invested the rest in an account that paid 8% simple interest each year per year. After 1 year, he received a total of $2,010 in interest. How much did he invest in each account? So simple interest, that is a general formula, and it's the same formula that we used for tax. It's going to use for all of these type of problems. Yes, it's a word problem, but we're going to make it a little bit better, hopefully. All right, simple interest, the formula is the interest equals the principal times the rate times the time. So interest or tax is the amount that you're putting in, or the price, times the rate as a decimal, and then the time that you're going to be leaving it. So that's our general formula that you're going to want to have for any of these type of problems. It's a useful formula. We will be talking compound interest later, but for right now, we're just trying to work on the straightforward type questions. So we're going to look at this. And when I do word problems, I always do it sentence by sentence. So we've read the whole problem. We know that he's investing money. He's got 2 accounts. So last year he had $30,000. So I know to start with, we have $30,000 is total principal. To invest. All right, so I'm going to call the accounts A and B. So account A, account B. And the rate is what I need because I'm thinking principal, rate, and time. The rate at A, just because I'm looking at the question, he invested some of it into an account that paid 5% interest. Now, the way these problems work, normally you would put more money in the one that paid more account, a bigger rate. However, these problems don't always work that way. So I'm going to say we got to find both of them. So he invested some of it in an account that paid 5%. So I'm going to call this X, the amount that I'm putting in. I put it in the wrong spot. So I'm going to say 5%. My rate is 5%, which as a decimal is 0.5. The money invested, so P, I'm going to call that X. Now, and he invested the rest of it is going to be the 3,000 minus what I had already put in. So this is 30,000, sorry, minus X, and this is going to be at 8%. Now, after 1 year, he received a total. So total means A plus B of interest. So total interest equals interest A plus interest B. And remember, my interest is going to be using that I equals PRT. Now, he's saying after 1 year, that means T equals 1, and 1 doesn't change anything when I'm putting it in a multiplying problem. So I'm really not going to be using it. So total interest from the last sentence tells me I have 2010. So 2010. And that's going to be the interest of A. And A is the interest formula is X times 0.05. I'm going to put it in the other order, 0.05 X. And then the interest of B is going to be 8%. And the amount I'm putting in there is 30,000 minus X. So the pink is my equation that came from the second to the last sentence. How much did he invest into each account? We're going to have to solve for both of these. So we're going to figure out each one. We're going to simplify your equation. So we have 2010 equals 0.05x plus, now I'm going to multiply 0.08 times 30,000. I can move 2 decimal places here, cross out 2 zeros. This is going to be the same thing as 8 times 300. So 2400 minus 0.08x. All right. Combining like terms, we have 2010 equals 0.05. Nope, I'm going to combine those. Sorry, erase. All right, so going back. So this one minus this one is their opposite signs. So it's going to be 0.03x, and it's a negative. Plus 2400. Get everything away from the x. This is going to be 390. And it's a negative because I'm subtracting more, equals negative 0.03x divided by negative 0.03. Move my decimal 2 spots. So this is going to be 39000 over 3. That will go in there. 13,000. So my x, this one is going to be 13,000. And then I have to get back up to 30. So I'm going to subtract the 13,000 from here. And I'm going to have 17,000. So all right. So since they put them in order, first account will be the 5%. So we're going to type that in. So 13. You don't need the commas. If you put the commas in the wrong spot, it will count it wrong. So I tend to not type in as much. Check my answer. All right, we've got 2 more of these to do to get all of the points. Start. Okay, so we're going to still use that same interest or tax. So interest equals PRT. This could be tax. Counts the same amount. P could be price or principal. And then our T is always however long we're looking at it. So in this case, a theater group made an appearance in 2 cities. Because it's a one-time purchase, the T is going to be the 1 anyways. So we're looking at this. 2 cities. So I have city 1 and city 2. Because I don't want to have to look at all the words. The hotel charges before tax in this second city was $1,500 higher than the first. So we've got a comparison. The first is this gets my X. So price is X, and the other one is 1,500 higher than. So X plus 1,500. Okay, rate. All right, so my tax rate. The tax in the first city was 3%, so 0.03. And the tax in the second city was 8.5%. Remember, we're moving the decimal 2 spots. So this is 0.085. Total tax. So total hotel tax equals tax city 1 plus tax city 2. And the total is $558.75. And now I'm going to use that formula. The tax equals PR, the price times the rate, and the time is just once. So tax city 1 is going to be the 0.03 times X. The tax of city 2 is going to be 0.085 times x plus 1500. That one we might want to use a calculator with, though it should work pretty decent. So we have 558.75 equals 0.03x plus 0.085x plus, all right, 3. So if I move it 3 spots, I could get rid of 3 decimals. So this is going to be like 85 times 1.5, which would be, there's not so fun. 85, 8 plus 5, 80 plus 5 times 1.5, 80, 8 times 1 plus a half. So this is 120 plus 75, 7.5, I think. Yeah. So this is going to be 127.50. All right, and like I said, you can use a calculator to check it. We're going to do it chancely and see if we're correct. So I'm going to subtract the 1,250 and add those two together at the same time. So this is 0.115. This is 127.50. All right. So I have 431.25 15x. Okay. This doesn't look quite right, but we are going to test it and we're going to kind of cheat. So we're going to go 431, which, oh, you do see my calculator. 431.25 divided by equals. That doesn't look right. All right, so we're gonna do and check our calculations. So 0.085 times 127.50. So 55.75 minus 127.50. And I know it's behind. Oh, 541. I can't. That doesn't look right. All right, let me double check. So 558.75 minus 127.5. 431.25 divided by 0.115. There we go. So we have x equals 3,750. Not the prettiest, but not terrible. All right, so city 1 is going to be 3750, and city 2 is 1,500 more, so I'm going to add 1,500, 5250. All right, so we're going to type it in, and then hopefully my adding didn't get creative. And my typing doesn't get creative. All right. Check our answer. All right, and we have one more of these to do. These are probably one of the longest problems that we have in this unit. All right, now we have the desktop. So Maria bought a desktop computer, so it's going to be the same formula. The interest or the tax rate is equals PRT. Finance rate is the same as going to be the interest we're looking at. So Maria bought a desktop computer and a laptop. So desktop and a laptop. That's the first sentence. Before finance charges, the laptop cost $300 less than the desktop. Desktop is after the comparison. So desktop is X. This is going to be my price. And then $300 less is going to be the desktop. So X minus 300. She paid for the computers using two different financing plans. For the desktop, the interest rate was 7%. So my rate is 0.07. And for the laptop, it was 6%, 0.06 per year. The total finance charges after 1 year. So my T equals 1. So I'm not going to need it too much. We're $398. So total finance, which is interest, equals interest desktop plus interest laptop. Okay, so the total amount is 398. So 398 equals the interest of the desktop is the rate times the price, 0.07x, plus the interest of the laptop is 0.06 times the price, x minus 300. So distributing 398 equals 0.07x plus 0.06x. Move 2, so this is going to be like 6 times 3 is 18, so minus 18. Come by, I'm going to add the 18 to both sides. And this will be 416. And then this will be adding them together, so it equals 0.13x divided by 0.13. X equals, I'm going to use the calculator again just because I'm getting a little tired. 416 divided by 0.13, 3,200. All right, so I have X equals 3,200. And then I'm going to get rid of this just so it's out of the way. All right, so when I'm looking at it, X was the desktop, so this is 3,200. And then $300 less than that is 2,900. Type those into my problem, and I have 3,200 and 2,900. Check my answer. Hopefully I'm correct, and I am. So we're done with this topic.